Before I start this video, I want to mention that I'm now on all the social media. So I've had Twitter for a while, but I also have an Instagram and a Facebook now, and I'm going to be doing exclusive giveaways on those social media on items that aren't quite big enough to be on the channel, but are still big enough that you guys are going to want them. So if you do want some free stuff, use the links in the description to go check me out on those social media. Samsung's latest entry into the phablet market is the Galaxy Note 5, and while the S line has been known as the flagship line for Samsung, they've consistently put their top-notch hardware into the Note line, giving it quite the reputation. The Note 5 is no slouch, but it definitely has some problems, so here are 5 reasons you should not buy the Galaxy Note 5. Reason number 1 is the build materials. While the cheap-feeling faux leather back on the Note 4 was a problem, replacing it with a fragile piece of glass was definitely not the solution. This phone brings back nightmares for me of the shattered backplate on my iPhone 4. After using the Note 5 for just a few minutes, the back is completely covered with unsightly smudges from just handling it. Come on, Samsung. Apple realized a long time ago that using glass as the back of the phone is a horrible idea, so why couldn't you have just learned from them? Reason number 2 is the non-removable battery. Along with that new glass backing comes the absence of a removable back cover and subsequently the absence of a removable battery. A big removable battery used to be a staple of the Note lineup, but Samsung decided to take the Note 5 in a new direction. Yes, the battery is still big, but myself along with many customers will be disappointed that you can no longer remove and replace the battery. Reason number 3 is the lack of microSD card expansion. The Note 5 comes in 2 variants, a 32GB version and a 64GB version. For the power user who may be shooting 4K video or simply storing a lot of data, that is simply not enough. While Samsung sacrificed a removable back for a more premium look and feel, I think it was wrong for them to remove the ability to expand the storage. The Moto X Pure Edition combines the SIM card and microSD card expansion slot into one tray, and that's a really good solution that Samsung should have done. Reason number 4 is the size. Anytime you have a phone that's over 5 inches, it's not going to be the most natural device to use, well, unless you have huge hands. This phone is no exception. While one-handed use is possible, it's extremely difficult and uncomfortable. The incorporation of a glass back and smoother metal housing makes the Note 5 one of the most dangerous devices to date to use with one hand. The sharper edges make it a better option than the iPhone 6 Plus, but if you're not going to use a case, a skin like from Dbrand is a must to add to the gripability. Reason number 5 is TouchWiz. Although Samsung improved their skin by adding a theme store and introducing more elements of material design, it's still just bad. The heavy skin slows the phone down, and I would notice lag when multitasking or just swiping on my home screen, which is not something that should happen on a new premium flagship device. Samsung, if you're watching this, you should learn a thing or two from Motorola about designing skins and only add something if it actually adds functionality that a user wants to have, and don't add anything that we're not going to use. So those are my 5 reasons why you should not buy the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. It's still an awesome phone and I would definitely recommend it to a friend, but you should know the flaws of a device before purchasing it. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more content. And as always, stay classy.